Hello and welcome to Sub-20 All In, where I've given myself 10 weeks to get my 5k PB down from 22 minutes to sub-20. Can it be done? I don't know, but that's what we're here to find out. Thanks for joining me, and here's what happened in week 1.
Good afternoon, Mark. In North Wingfield, it's 18 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 10 degrees.
Okay, I've driven to Tip Shelf, just about 10 minutes away from home, so I've got a nice flat trail that I can do the session on tonight. First one of the plan, kind of excited, kind of nervous. Not done any fast running for a good long time now. I did that 24-minute park run at Black Rocks, seems like a couple of months ago now, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this year. So I'm going to do a bit of a warm-up walk jog down to where the trail is, get ready to do the session. Okay, Garmin says my performance condition is +5 good. That's not bad for just a kilometre jog to get to the trail. Right, the plan is I'll just do a couple of strides on this first bit, and there is a 2 kilometre warm-up built into the session, so I won't do too much beforehand. Just make sure I can get the legs up and going before we go into it. Okay, I think I'm ready to go, and I'll get my sunglasses on to keep the dust, pollen, little flies out of my eyes, and obviously the wind that will be rushing towards me at a rate of knots as I fly along the trail. And then yeah, we'll be off. I'll explain the session in the voiceover. It's the first one, let's see how it goes. The target for the faster elements is around my 10k PB pace, so I've set the alerts between 4:25 and 4:35 per kilometre, so hopefully that's achievable. Let's find out. Here we go then. So there's a 2 kilometre warm up, and then 2.5 kilometre effort at the pace shown on screen. Then get 1 minute walking to recover, and then it's 2.5 kilometres and then a cool down. The watch says I'm going too fast. Not sure I trust the GPS under the trees though. Doesn't feel fast. 4:11 according to my watch. Try and ease off a bit. What I didn't realise at this point is I was running gently downhill. 4:15, still too fast. Hence going too fast. .22, getting closer. Okay, that's a good beep, I'm in range. So yeah. You alright? Everything's feeling great this way, not realising this is gentle down slope. Everything felt easy, I was going too fast. 4:25 that kilometre, that's good. Just at the fast end of the perfect pace. Yep, finding it relatively easy to stay at the fast end of the pace. Settled in around 4:29 now. .429 still. Feeling nice and controlled. Yep, easy peasy when it's downhill, mate. 4:29 that kilometre. 500 metres to go in this direction. Bit of navigating to do here, just reminding myself where the trail went at this point, but it's a fairly simple route, thankfully.
first interval?
Alright, mate. Okay, I get 1 minute walk, try and get the heart rate back down to baseline so I won't talk too long. Then I'm heading back where I came from. Sunglasses don't help very much in the dark shaded wood bits. Makes it a bit too dark.
Of course, the 1 minute flies by and we're off again.
Too slow.
Too slow up the hill.
Still too slow, but I don't trust the GPS.
Yeah, blame the watch.
More uphill this way.
You know it.
Back in the open, too fast now. Too fast. A bit fast, that chronometer working harder this way. .427 on target. .428 still good. .429. .439 that kilometre, a bit slow. Definitely more uphill this way. Whew. Right, all done then. I think that went pretty well. Didn't realise on the way out that it was sloping gently downwards. You never notice when it's just a slight downhill, do you? You just think you're running really well. Definitely noticed it on the way back though, that gentle uphill felt a bit more than gentle. But yeah, just had to put in a little bit more effort on the way back. Trusted myself not to put too much effort in and you know, just to judge how hard I needed to work. But I think I managed to stick to the paces without overdoing it, so overall really happy. Did make a bit of a mistake after the final interval. I forgot that there was a minute's walk programmed in after that, and I just started doing the cool down run using a tip from one of Lee's recent videos where he suggests that you kind of start to ramp up the pace again, not quite getting your heart rate up to where it was, but kind of beyond halfway. And then gradually taper off the speed for the rest of the cool down. So yeah, just started that a little bit prematurely, but yeah, otherwise it went really well, and happy with it, happy I coped with it, and I'll check the stats and see what Strava thinks of it when I get back.
Good morning, Mark. In North Wingfield, it's 16 degrees Celsius with showers. Today, you can expect cloudy skies, with a high of 19 degrees and a low of 10 degrees.
So it's Sunday, long run day, and the plan for this one is 20 minutes easy. So I've got the chest monitor on and I'm trying to keep in zone 2 or under. Following the 20 minutes easy, it's 15 minutes at 4.25 per kilometre, which is 10% slower than target 5k pace. And following that effort, it's another 40 minutes back at easy pace. Should be around a 13-kilometre run, so that's the route I've planned. Let's see how we get on. I left the house with just a vest on, sleeveless. As soon as I stepped out into this cold rain, I thought, yeah, that's not going to work. 16 Celsius is quite warm once you've done the first couple of kilometres running, but yeah, the cold wet rain and the wind on your skin when you've got wet arms, I didn't think it'd be the best idea. So I really don't like running in this when it's warm. I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to have a puddle of sweat in my elbows. I'll just have to deal with it. Just another couple of minutes, then I'll be starting the effort section. Still chucking it down with rain. Hopefully this main road, which is reasonably flat, will be a decent place to do the efforts. There's one section without any pavement, which might be a bit of a challenge, but it doesn't go on for long. So wish me luck. I'll let you know how I get on. Just got my breathing back under control after the effort. That was very hard. There was a lot more uphill than I was expecting on that section, and it was steeper than I expected, and the pace range alert on my watch showed me going too slow for the majority of it. That was contradicted by the actual kilometre splits it gave me, where I was going about the right pace, maybe even faster. So I tried to just keep the effort up and work to the end. I was flagging by the end of it. Just 40 minutes easy now to recover myself. Right, made it home. Yeah, that was the toughest long run I've done for a good while. I was grateful for the coat in the end. I was a bit warm and sweaty for parts of the run, but I just felt safer. It's a bit grim and overcast today. Quite a bit of traffic about, even though it's early on Sunday morning. But there was one section where I had to run under a tunnel, under a railway line, and there's no pavement. The cars coming the other way kind of come round a corner before they see you, so I think the segment on Strava is called Run for Your Life. So I felt a bit safer with this on under there, and a couple of cars did see me and give me some clearance. Thankfully I didn't have to pack myself against the side of the tunnel. But yeah, the effort section of that long run was hard. I'm not sure this is the best route for it. There was too much uphill where I was having to work really hard to get close to the pace. Not sure whether I should drive to the old railway tracks like I did for the intervals and do my long runs up there. It's an option, I'll give it some thought. But otherwise, got it done. My watch gave me a new threshold. I don't know if it's better or worse than the old one. But yeah, wearing the chest strap, it does sometimes give you some new figures for your heart rate values. So yeah, hopefully that's all good. I'll crack on with the recovery now. So in terms of lessons and takeaways from the training this week, I need to take more care when it's raining with my shoe choice, and I did manage to get some blisters on the arch of both feet wearing my New Balance More V4s in the rain. Yeah, I think just with it being wet and them being prone to rubbing in that area, just gave me two nice red blisters that I need to deal with now. So if I'm going to wear them again in the rain, I'll have to remember to put some tape on there beforehand, I think. Choice of where I do the harder sessions is important. I think the interval one chose a good location, running along the railway track there. Didn't realise it was gently downhill on the way out and the reverse on the way back, but at least I know that now, so I can adjust my expectations, so that should be fine. Whether I move my long runs to the same location, I'm not sure yet, but having all the effort section of the long run be kind of uphill felt like it anyway. Yeah, that definitely made it feel a lot harder than it needed to be. But otherwise, the plan's set up nicely. The recovery and easy days just left me ready to go on the days when the harder work started, and I think that's going to work going forward. So we'll crack on with week 2 tomorrow. So Friday, before I go out for my recovery run, today I'm working through the exercises and routines that I use to help fix my duck-footedness. So helping to bring the feet into better alignment when I'm running, walking, and just generally being around. And we covered the first thing that we do in this routine last week, which was using the massage ball on the glutes and piriformis, just to get that feeling a little bit more friendly while we work through the rest of the routine. There's one more kind of piece of soft tissue work that we do before we get started. And yeah, if you follow the science, you'll know that we're not actually getting rid of knots or flushing out the toxins or anything, which you may see claims of any massage tools that you might be looking to buy. More so the action of performing the soft tissue massage will just help to get the muscle feeling a little bit less tense and more friendly for a limited period of time, and as well as slightly increasing the range of motion that you can get out of it, which is going to be helpful just while we're performing these exercises. And yeah, that benefit is actually unfortunately quite short-lived, but yeah, it's worth doing just as a kind of warm-up for the rest of the exercises that we carry out during this routine. So having used the massage ball on the glutes to get the thighs nicely lined up, the next thing we're going to do is work on the second aspect, which helps to make the feet be turned out too much. I'll show you that now. So this muscle, tibialis anterior we'll call it, I believe that's what it's called. That, if you put your fingers on there while you're using the muscle, you'll feel it helps to pull your toes up towards your knees, so you can feel it working when you make that movement there, and also turning your feet outwards. The connection from this muscle crosses over the ankle onto the inside and just helps to turn the feet, the toes outwards like that, so you'll feel it working when you do that as well. So you can imagine if this is too tight, it's going to help to pull your foot outwards and towards you. So not only are you going to be running in a kind of duck-footed manner, but also chances are your toes are going to be raised towards your knees more than you would like them to be, possibly encouraging a bit of a heel strike there. So if we can just loosen that off, get the foot into a more neutral position and landing a bit more flat, then yeah, that should help things nicely. Although this soft tissue work is only a temporary benefit, it's just going to help us to work through the rest of this routine, as I mentioned. So the few things you can use to massage it, you can either feel the muscle working with your fingers and just feel for any tight spots on there that you might want to just press into and ease off. There's a little knobbly tool that you can also use here just to get the same effect. But what I've been doing most often recently is just using the massage gun to cover the whole of the muscle. There we go. If you like, you can do a kind of before and after check just to see how your foot hangs before you give the muscle a massage, and just to see if it's moved inwards anymore now we've given it a bit of temporary relaxation. It does seem to help when I try it, so always do that as part of the kind of initial warm-up for this routine. All good, I'll get the other foot done and crack on with the rest of the duck foot exercises. So in terms of how the body's holding up, couple of blisters as I mentioned on the long run, but I think everything else is feeling good really. I did do some ab work, some hanging knee raises for the first time the day before the long run, and yeah, definitely feeling a little bit sore, some DOMs in the abdominals, but at least I know I've worked them well, and as I get used to doing that exercise that should ease off a bit, and it didn't really affect my running as far as I could tell, so I think the body's holding up pretty well. So really glad to have got through week 1 okay. Good job I did, really, because week 1 is effectively one of the easiest weeks. Everything ramps up from here, so week 2 onwards, there's going to be a bit more volume, slightly harder sessions, and yeah, it's only going to ramp up from here. So got through week 1 okay, as kind of expected, but you can never be 100% certain it's going to go as you hope it will. But yeah, pretty glad with it, and yeah, looking forward to week 2.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town.